All right, good morning and happy Monday morning to you out there. Catching up with Tommy Mack here at my home studio on 1010XL's podcast platform. Hey, man, it's great to be here. It's great to be alive. What a damn shame our season is over after succumbing to the Buffalo Bills last yesterday. Just, somber, it is. There's no doubt about it. But we're going to critique it because we gotta. And look, at the end of the day, it was a fantastic year. You just can't deny that. Um, it's too bad it ended the way it ended. We could have. The coulda, wouldas, and shouldas don't live here, that's for sure. But could have won that game. Um, but we'll go through it, man. But at the end of the day, it was a fantastic year. Just posted on all the socials. Just it brought the Jaguar organization brought us a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, a lot of excitement this year. We got back on the national map. We made some noise, with our 8-game win streak. No, it didn't end. Like I'm going to say that a ton, I guess, today, but it didn't end the way we wanted it to, and that's a damn shame. The show, of course, brought to you by Team Tommy Mack, the best in class out there in their respective businesses. Check out Team Tommy Mack. You see them all over Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter/X. And thank you, brother. Thanks, Jacob. You'll also see them all over TommyMac.net. Go to their logo, click on it, and their respective um, websites are embedded in that logo. You take it right to you. So we'll talk about them just a little bit. You see the Morgan & Morgan hat. I got J-Dog. I love hats. I wish they fit my head better, but whatever. JDog.com for all y'all out there getting rid of some stuff or need help with the construction debris. Cheers. It is morning time. I got a busy day, so I decided to come on Facebook this morning. I got to go see my mom again. She's okay. She's hanging in there. Old age sucks. 94 and still, just grinding it out. It's tough. It's tough, but she's doing okay. She's in a great place. They're giving her tremendous care, and I can't thank them enough, and I will publicly at some point, no question about it. Okay, so, how did we lose? You want to start with that? Let's start with that because I've got my opinions there. How did we lose? Let's see. Trevor was good and not good. By the way, I only led with him because he's the quarterback. Um, Not one thing cost us the game. All of these things cost us the game. Okay, so hear me out on that. The 4th-and-2 decision and the call. We'll talk about that. Um, the running game. Where'd it go? Why'd you abandon the running game? Not abandon, but Tootin was killing him. And so was ETM. But Tootin, man, he ripped it off like 10, 12, 15, and never got the ball again. Maybe once more for 4, but that was interesting. The missed field goal. I mean, hey, man. Hey, look how great he is for a spin. Great, but you got to be clutch. You got to be clutch, and you just got to be clutch. I love Cam Little. Don't give me shit about him. Whatever. He's got to make all those kicks. You got to make every kick. You don't make every kick, but, you got to make the kick. The blown coverage. By the way, great call by Campanile on the long throw that Josh Allen down the field to Brandon Cooks, who was wide open. Blown coverage. It was blown coverage. You can't ask the coordinator for anything more. The only critique on Lloyd, who got a hit on Allen, is you hesitated just a split second. And trust me, I would have too. And it's easier said than done. But, man, you just got to run through that guy. But nonetheless, Brandon Cooks is wide open down the field late in the game. See, we did stuff yesterday that we did earlier in the year that we hadn't been doing in a very long time. I think that's what gets you the most aggravated. The defensive backfield, not good enough. Jerry Jones didn't have a good day, bad tackling. Newsom had a tough day. Buster had a little bit of a tough day. You know what? When this is crazy. I'll get to my team stats in a bit, but looking at the team stats this morning, um, it had the Buffalo Bills. No, I'm sorry. Buffalo Bills passes defense. They had like 8 or whatever. You go to the Jags, we had 0 passes defense. He threw for 80% completion percentage. 80. 80. And by the way, the clip was down the field at 7.8. So it wasn't like dink and dunk. Obviously, those chunk plays helped. They did. I didn't like our play, Colin. Not all of it. Not all of it. There were definitely questionable moments. The interceptions, they hurt. They hurt. That was something we hadn't seen in a while out of Trevor, right? That zone, the guy just reading them, and he just doesn't see him. Normally it was like a backside safety. They did something with their coverage. It ended up being the linebacker. But, you got to see the guy. He's right there. You throw it right to him. The tunnel vision was there. Maybe he got tight. I don't know. But that was not a good interception. We held him to 3, though. I'll go through the play-by-play. We held him to 3 there. So the sudden change, the defense was very good there. The defense wasn't good enough overall. They were great against the run. By the way, my first note is other than we fall to the Bills, it was a very physical game, extremely physical, and we went toe-to-toe. There's no doubt about that. I would say the line of scrimmage, we won the line of scrimmage. We shut down their run, and we ran the ball at will. I mean, it was pretty easy. And then off tackle, like I've been saying. Taylor Dollar's been saying that too. We say it on Helmets and Heels all the time. But anyway, not good. Defense giving up the leads. Trevor brought you back twice. He did. The offense came back twice, and you let them down again. That hasn't happened since Houston. Since we gave up the 19-point lead. Stuff like that happened. Look, you can't win a playoff game with this. Listen to all the stuff here. You just can't win a playoff game like that. You have to be on your A game. We were not on our A game. They weren't on their A game, but their quarterback was. Ours wasn't on his A game. He had some A moments, but overall, he was not. He needed to be better. He knows it. We all know it. He was a little off yesterday, just a little. He was great on the throw to Parker. Parker Washington was phenomenal. That young man, get him some money. He deserves it. Lock him in for life. You need him. What a playmaker. What a playmaker. But you can't win with all these mistakes. You can't. Yeah, we should have run the ball. No doubt. Way more than we did. And again, okay, the tush push, you're not gonna change it. I think it's such okay. And I know it sounds like sour grapes. That's not why they won the game. Obviously, that got them down there, and I'm not talking about the touchdown. I'm talking about the play before that. Where he gets to get pushed for 10 yards. So if you allow that, why do you not give the defense the yardage when they knock a guy back? You know what I mean? If you're going to let someone push the ball carrier from behind to give them more yards, you should give the defense the yards when they knock a guy back 4 yards after hitting them. But you don't. Oh, forward progress. Shut the fuck up with that. I'm sorry. And by the way, the guy that complained about my swearing, you listen, brother, I don't know what to tell you. I never said this show's for kids. It's for adults that love football and kids that can handle the language. And they hear a lot worse online, so take it easy. And I'll try to take it easy myself. I'm not here to throw F-bombs all the time, but sometimes they're warranted, and I get excited. There's no doubt about it. The last play, this is where we regressed a little. Not just at the QB, but with Trevor. You got no timeouts. There's 1:01 to go. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. All you need is a field goal to tie it. And if you took the points earlier, Coach, which whatever, we'll talk about that in a minute, then you're going for the win. And all you need is a field goal. Granted, he missed one, but you weren't expecting that out of him. You got to make your kicks, especially in the playoffs. No excuse. I don't give a shit about the wind. Make them. Well, look at me at 68 yards. Great. How about when the game's on the line and it's 47 yards? Anyway, yeah, it is passion, my friend. It is. But last play. Okay. He throws a pick earlier. Where? In the middle of the field. Yep, he does. He forced that throw to Jacoby. The guy's covered. You don't need to make that throw, so that's on Trevor. But even the call. Okay, what are some of the best ones? He threw one to Brian Thomas, the 7 route. Those out routes to the sideline are almost unstoppable, and they have been for a long time for Trevor. And it doesn't matter who he throws them to as long as he throws them on time. By the way, he was a little late at times yesterday. He was. But with that being said, you had these other options to go with, but you didn't. I don't know why you'd go down the middle of the field with no timeouts. And I don't know why you'd throw the ball when he's covered. You're forcing that throw. You have time is my point. That awareness, situational awareness that we've been always talking about. Kind of regressed a little. Look, again, it wasn't just Trevor that cost us this game, but he contributed. A lot of people, a lot of things contributed, including the coaches. Now, let's get down to the 4th and 2 call, okay? First of all, I'm not going to fault Liam for how he stands up there after the game and says, no, analytics say. Whatever. It's a new age, okay? But did the analytics tell you not to give Tootin the ball ever again? You know what I mean? Like, you can't just say analytics. How about your gut? It was early. And by the way, I don't mind. I like the play call. I actually even was sitting there going, oh, do an RPO or whatever you call that, keeper. And it could have worked. But here's the problem with that, okay, is you can't take out the human element. The human element's in there. Error is right there. A guy slipping and his shin hitting, it's a possibility. I don't know what the percentage is. It's probably low, but it doesn't matter because that's the risk you take. Now, if he doesn't slip and the shin doesn't go down and he gets the first down, it is a good call. It's an aggressive good call, but it's risky as hell. And when you take that risk, you better convert. You better convert. So sometimes you got to go with your gut, Coach Liam. And your gut should have told you, take the points right there. Take the points. It's not always, Steve, when you're at home. For the record, normally that whole take the points is on the road kind of stuff. But in this case, with the Josh Allen firepower that you knew they had, you take the points and go up by a touchdown. Now they need a touchdown. Now they need the touchdown to just tie it up. And by the way, here's the thing that we don't know. So they stop us. They get the momentum and go 92 yards down the field and score. That is momentum swing 101, okay? If you take the points, there's no guarantee they drive right down at all. You could have gone 3 and out. We'll never know. But that's why you take the points, because you can't take out the human element. You can't guarantee execution positively. You just can't. There's no way. There's no software that'll tell you, oh, your QB won't fall down. Don't worry about it. He's going to be wide open. So that whole analytic talk, I mean, I don't want to bash the coach because he's had a great year. They've had a great year. Come on. First-year head coach, first-year everything. Gladstone, Tony. I sent Tony a message last night. I'm really proud of him and happy for him. Without him, Liam Cohen's probably not the coach. Tony Baselli did a phenomenal job bringing in the right coach with the right foundation and the right attitude. And we're gonna see. There's no guarantee that we're gonna be successful again. There's no guarantee. But I feel like this foundation's being laid, and they're gonna do some work this offseason. You watch. They will. They will get things right where they need to. Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, so that you should have taken the points there. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And you should have kept running the ball. So that's the whole analytical. I'm not going to bash him. But he has to learn, and I'm sure he will, if he goes back, because he asked his team to be transparent. He asked his team to be accountable. He does, and he has to too. And I know he does. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he has to too. Because think about it: the Houston game where they came back, he got greedy and went for two when he didn't need to. He got greedy, went for two. They stopped us, and then they went right down the field, and scored. And that momentum swung, and that was where the beginning to the end happened in that Houston game where we gave up the 19-point lead. So very similar. You gave them the momentum with that stop. Granted, it's not your fault your quarterback slipped. It's not. But that's the risk. See what I'm saying? Anyway, hopefully he learns from that. You can't always be bravado. You got to sometimes be like, because think about it. At that point in the game, you didn't have to go for it. It was, here you go. It's your fourth drive in the second quarter, and you're up 7-3. By the way, 14-3, and there's no guarantee you even make the 14, but there's no guarantee that you hold Josh Allen. You know what I mean? He's coming back. I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, you could say, well, we lost by 3. Well, we should have won by 3. Timeout. Could have won by 3. I'm not taking anything away from the Bills because they're a damn good. They're a good football team. They're a good football. Their quarterback's phenomenal. Give them credit where credit's due. I'll get to that in just a minute. The play-by-play, but give them. They deserve it. It's going to be fun watching them against Denver. If they beat Denver, listen, man. This could be their year. It depends about tonight. Houston and Pitt. I don't want Houston to win at all. Now I really don't. I picked them to win because I took the spread in the picks on helmets and heels. 2 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday coming up because the Jaguar programming will wrap up. I don't know when, but some point I know they will. And we'll have our Thursdays back. 2 to 4 p.m. on 1010XL, 92.5 FM. Great to be a part of that show. But anyway, at the end of the day, let's talk about some good stuff. Parker Washington, awesome. What a player. What a freaking player. Brian Thomas, great catching, babe. That one, it was funny when Jacoby dropped the first one, and then it was all hands for Brian Thomas. Like, how ironic is that? Brian Thomas catches one with his hands for the first touchdown. A great slant, great call, and a great throw. No doubt about it. Tootin and Etienne. Etienne was phenomenal on the ground, 6.7 yards per carry, plus 5 for 49 and a touchdown in the pass game. Tootin, 4 for 51 at 12.8 yards per carry. And you don't run the football. So analytics don't tell you don't run the football, right? Go to the analytics. Again, I'm not trying to bet. I like Liam a lot. But you can't sit up there and just say analytics tell me you can't. Not when it doesn't work out. That's the risk you take. Hey, man, again, risk reward. It's how you do it. And we've been aggressive with that. I didn't like that Jacoby Myers wasn't more involved. I wouldn't have thrown the last throw. Wouldn't have called the last play. What about those easy out patterns? I mean, you could go right down the field with those. And you had time to run. Like, you didn't have to, because you didn't have timeouts. You didn't have to throw it a ton down the field. You had plenty of time. Plenty of time. That's aggravating. That's going to bite them. And it's going to bite Trevor, and it should. It should stay. Look, we never made it to the Super Bowl. 96, the AFC Championship game against the Pats. It still stings. It will forever. 98 against the Jets. We caused that game. We caused the collapse. Just like the Patriot game. They beat us. They were the better team. But we turned the ball over. You can't do that and win. We gave them their first touchdown because the snap was high on the punt. Those things, those little things just add up. And I just went through them. There's about 7 or 8 little things that cost you the game. 98, we fumbled the ball a couple times. One on an interception return, should have never pitched it back, and one on a punt return. Little things. We could have beat the Jets that day, but we didn't. They were better than us. Can't make mistakes in the playoffs. You just can't. We weren't good enough to overcome them either. Even the 99 championship game. Turnovers, the safety, the touchdown after the safety. I mean, that killed us. It was over. So it's unfortunate that football ends the way it does. And it's funny. My wife and I, we grabbed some wine. I was drinking a little wine in the second half. All transparency here. And went out front to the front porch, and the sun was out. It was beautiful out. And it just sat there. I said, you know what's crazy is it's like poof. It's over just like that. All season, every week, building up, especially this week. The build-up was magnificent. By the way, I didn't go to the game. I gave my tickets to my daughters. I had to go see my mom yesterday. I'll see her again today. She just needs her son there. Yeah, I gave the tickets to my girls. I get a little distracted when I get the messages in, but keep them coming. I appreciate it. And they had a blast. Everybody was somber. But anyway, I was sitting out there and I was just like, I forgot what I was going to say. The fans, Everbank, the bank looked phenomenal. You barely saw any blue and red. Now, maybe they didn't. No, they showed the whole thing. And I saw people posting it online, on social. It was phenomenal. I mean, kudos to our fans for hanging in there. And you got rewarded this year. But we need more. We want more. But look, we're going to find out. I believe the foundation's laid. I do. I believe it's there. But we gotta show it. How do you handle the success? How do you fix the mistakes? How do you get better? Thanks, Dale. The take on Allen's QB sneak at the end. They let him score. It was the one before that. Yeah, they carried him in. They just pushed him forward. I went through that. I don't get why you can do that. Why you're able to do that. But whatever. The Bills, they voted against it, but the owner said too bad. And the Bills said, all right, fine. Too bad is right. A great weekend of NFL football. The wild card was insane. Carolina, man, and the throw from Stafford to the tight end. Oh, and catch. The catch was insane. But he threw it to the only spot, high and outside. What a game that was. Bears, oh my gosh. I went to sleep, had the game on in the bedroom, and I wake up, and Caleb's it was 21-6. I'm like, they're not coming back. This is over. It's over. It's like fourth quarter. And boom, they come back. Packers almost had a chance on the way back, too, but that's the playoffs, man. Exciting playoffs. Of course, we saw New England advance. That was a boring-ass game. I didn't think the Chargers had it. A lot of people picked the Chargers. I didn't. Didn't think they had it in them. And I thought New England's defense was tough. Drake May wasn't very good in the air, but, man, he could take off and run. Got the Steelers. What's up, mate? Yeah, we're going to grow, buddy. Keep growing, Jags, and go Steelers. My man, Greg Conley. Caribbean Connection. He's a big Steeler fan. Let's see. Philly loses to San Fran. I thought Philly was going to take him. They did not. I had Green Bay. I thought they would take him, but they did not. So hats off to the Chicago Bears. I text back and forth between my buddy Frank Komet. His son is Cole Komet. And, man, we were hoping for a Jag-Chicago Super Bowl, but maybe next time. We actually play the Bears next year up in Chicago. Might have to make that a trip. But nonetheless, there we have it. Some really good and some not so good. Just some critical moments at critical times. And our Jags just couldn't get it done. Blame, I don't know. You blame everybody. Blame coaching. Blame the decision-making of Liam. Play calling. You can. That's legit. Campanile, I don't mind. The calls were fine. The one I didn't. There was one, that zone blitz where you drop the end. They run an out pattern that way. You're never going to get there, and they didn't. Game of inches, too, right? That throw over guard deck. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, that just got over his fingertips. Game of inches. That guy's good. He's good. 80% completion percentage. 80. Trevor was at 60 We'll do the final team stat. The yards per carry just annoys the shit out of me. How you didn't keep running the football. And Tootin was killing him. Killing him. Let me go back to it. Oh, well. What are you going to do, man? You got to take it like a man and get better, man. Take a little rest and then get after it. Get after it. You know, whatever you need to increase your game. We'll be talking about the off season, like who's going to stay, who's not. I don't think Armstead will be here. He didn't do anything yesterday. I was expecting him to. Well, I shouldn't say that. They stopped the run. I can't say that. I'll tell you who stood out. Devon Hamilton stood out. He really did. And Devon had a phenomenal year. And I was not as high on him as I was prior, but man, he's a beast. He's a really good nose tackle. You got to get a dominant three technique. Dominant. We don't have right now, no disrespect. And I thought Eric would have been, but he wasn't in the pass game. No hits on Josh Allen. No hit. Well, that's not true. 3 QB hits. Sorry. Each team had 3 QB hits, and each team had 1 sack. It's only 3. Not enough to harass. And that guy, man, he got beat up. We beat up Josh Allen. We beat him up. And he was hurt coming in with a foot. Yeah, we beat it. He's a tough hombre, though, man. Now, that's a QB that took his team on his back and said, let's go. He did. I'm not saying ours can't or didn't during the season, but Josh Allen did yesterday in a big game. All right, we'll get to the final team stats in just a minute. Hey, by the way, as you already know, I'm sure, this show's year-round. This ain't just football season. Football's year-round, and we'll be talking about our Jags all year long, and, of course, the NFL and college ball, and hopefully they change college football. We'll see. I think I'm going Miami in the championship game. I know people are going to think I'm crazy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they can handle that front, and they better pound the ball. Miami better if they want a shot. Let's do the play-by-play of yesterday's game, wild card weekend. Jags get the ball first. 3 and out. Punt was almost blocked. The third down pass was a little high. Did hit Jacoby in the hands, though. Should have caught it. That was a drop. Crowd looks great, I wrote, and you certainly did, especially on TV. They get a long drive, but we bend, don't break. An incomplete pass to Kincaid. Jarian Buster, and Newsom didn't have the best days yesterday. They didn't. None of them in the secondary really did. Wingard was okay. That hit on Gabe, I mean, I get it. You can't go high anymore because you get fined, but I mean, and I know he didn't mean it. That wasn't like a dirty hit. That was just, you're telling me I can't go high. I can't take the chance of going, even if I aim for his chest and he bends down and we collide heads, I'm the one that is there, I'm the one that gets fined for that. So I just didn't like it. Yeah, Tim, I've already hit the interceptions. Don't question what I'm talking about. I call it like it's real. The interceptions weren't good, but the touchdowns were good. So you would take three TDs, 2 picks, and a victory. Sure you would. And again, he gave him the lead 3 times. The first one was 7-3, so I'm not going to count that. But 2 times after that, Trev and the offense gave the defense a lead, and they let him down. So that's fact. That's reality. Let's get back to the play-by-play. We get the ball back after a fair catch at the 20-yard line. We go hurry up. Dump off to Etienne. That was great. Great effort by him for 10 yards. Up the middle for 11. Ezra, nice block. The throw to P. Wash on first down was behind him and incomplete. He was just late a couple times. And then he throws the pick. He makes a tackle. Jeez, I thought he was going to get hurt on that, but whatever. He was pissed off. I don't blame him. He just didn't see him. You got to see him. And, I don't know what to tell you. You got to see the guy. And you didn't. You threw it right to him. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It is what it is. But anyway, we hold them to a field goal, which is really good. That's called sudden change. That's called sudden change right there. And that means you hold them to 3 or less, and they held them to 3. So that was a good job. We stuffed Allen on 3rd and 6. It was great. Yeah, that was great. All right, we get the ball back, and we go down the field and score a touchdown. So we answer. Down 3-0. We come back. Great throw and play call to Strange on 1st and 10. Dump off to ETN. Another first down. Toss right side to Tootin for 20. Mundy, Anton, and Myers, all great blocks. Tootin cuts it back for 14. Great vision. Tootin left side for 18 yards. First down. End of first quarter. Shovel passes Strange, only a yard. I like the play call, but they read it. And then a quick slant to Brian Thomas. Hands, catch, great throw, great catch, touchdown. How'd you get down there? Never saw him again. Second quarter. Not even second. Yeah, second quarter. You don't give Tootin any more try. You gave him one. I think you gave him one other try. I don't understand that. And I love ETN. Mix it up even more. It would have been fine. Give the ball more to ETN. He was on a tear too. Anyway, they get the ball back, and guess what happens? Fumble on the kickoff. By the way, you know who's great? Devin Lloyd's great. You know why? Because he runs down on kickoff and punt and starts for the team. That's a team player. Team player. Getting all excited. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Then we get the ball back. ETN gets a sweep for 7. Great pass, blitz pickup by ETN the next play. Passes Jacoby. First down to Myers. First down, quick throw to Myers. Milano has a pass breakup. Saw when they run right at his ass, they couldn't stop. Second and 10. Covered sack. Rousseau gets a sack, but he's trying to get out of dodge. 3rd and 12. T-Law scrambles. It's 4th and 2. Again, second quarter. Take the points. Take the points, because what if they do drive down and then nobody ever scores after that? It's 10-10, not 10-3. You gave them the momentum. I don't care about analytics. That's some nerd that came up with some fucking software. You can't take out the human element. You can't. That's why there's risk. There's error in humans. Trust me, you're looking at one. And what do? 92-yard drive. You telling me momentum? You telling me momentum ain't real? Well, you don't know momentum. You don't have no idea what it feels like. I don't know. Fans can feel it if you understand it. You can't be blind to it. That was a momentum swing, big time. Just like the Houston game. Going for it when you didn't need to. That's where, look, again, you want the bravado. You want, look at me. We're up 14-3. Doesn't mean anything against the Bills, but we're up. No, take the points. Be safe. Be safe. So they go down, and they score. Cook gets 11. Throw to Brandon Cooks, 12 yards. It was a PI on Jari, and that was over Gardeck. Yeah, that was a great throw. Throw to Keon Coleman. Jarian misses a tackle. That's human error. I mean, that ain't the code. That's human error. It's the players. First and goal, toss Cook right side for 5. Cooked up the middle. Both Johnsons, Austin and Antonio, come up with big hits on that one. 3rd and goal, Josh Allen, right sideline. Hurts his left knee, but he's fine. He comes back. Bills up 10-7. We go 3 and out, and the punt sucked. It was 23 yards. Sorry, Logan, you're awesome, but you didn't have the best game either. Our kicker, Our punter, don't give me anything. Critical moments. Little things add up. Bills get it to go for 4:35 to go in the first half. They end up punting the ball. We shut them down. Made a couple plays. Cook up the middle on 3rd and 1. Bootleg to Kincaid for 6. We got another first down from Cook up the middle, 2nd and 4. That's about it. Oh, yeah, Brandon Cooks, they thought had a completion. They overturned it, and then we shut them down. They punt to our 2-yard line. Trevor scrambles for 18. Great play. Next play, false start by Walker Little. Didn't have a good game yesterday, Walk. Didn't. 1st and 15, dump off to LeQuint, running hard. 2nd and 8. Incredible catch by Washington. But you got no timeouts. You have 1 second left because the Bills are offside. You know, I got to give my wife credit on this one because as they kept replaying it, she's like, wait a minute, what about the Charger players? They're not, what are they doing? Don't they get penalized for that? And I'm like, yeah, you think so? And then, boom, offsides. But then Cam misses 54. I mean, I love the kid too, but you got to make that kick. Your team's counting on you to make that kick. Should be 13-10 right now going into halftime with all the momentum in our favor. Because, again, that 92-yard drive after they stuffed the 4th and 2 never happens. You don't know. There's no momentum swing. We're up 10-3 at that time. Do they go down and drive? I don't know. No guarantee they do, but they did after the momentum swung. 10-7 Bills at halftime. Bills get the ball. Cook up the middle. D-Ham, great. Trayvon pressure, hits the QB, great. Quick throw to Shakir, first down, zone blitz. That's the one I didn't like. You take your chance when you drop the end. They throw the out route, you'll never get there. You'll never get there. Dump off to Cook, good tackle by Newsome, 4 yards. Cook up the middle, D-Ham again. Quick pass to Gay, first down, Newsome. Josh Hines-Allen drags down Josh Allen for 2 yards. Cook up the middle for 3. At this point, Cook the third has 12 carries for 37 yards. We are kicking their ass up front. Don't even tell me we're not. False start, Bills on Knox. 3rd and 10, quick slant to Shakir. 4th down, their kicker hits it from 47 yards. Old man Prater. Hey, why don't we run down the hill and get one of them? No, why don't we walk down and get them all? That's what Prater said, and he did. More than once. We get the ball back. Our 7th drive. At this point, Trevor has 88 yards passing in the first half. So he finished with a 207, about 120 in the second half. Toss to Etienne, great call. Jacoby, great yard, 20-yard gain. Throw to Strange. The high throw. Bad throw. Pass breakup. Called run for T-Law. Dumb call. 2nd and 10. Gets stuffed. Right, he ran right at the middle. What is that? That was a bad call. I'm sorry, it was. We're 1 of 4 on 3rd down at the time. We finished 5 of 9, so okay there. 3rd and 10. Throw to Strange down the seam. Oh, he was late on that throw. Yes, he was. And Tre'Davious White almost picked it off. Could have been 3 picks. But Cam hits the field goal. Good job, Cam. There you go. 13-10 Bills. Should be 16-13 Jags. It's not. It is what it is. They get the ball back. We force them to punt. 3 and out. Great job. Great job. Then we go down on our 8th drive. 3:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. And we're at our own 38. Etienne up middle, 5 yards. Etienne up middle for 0. 7 route to Brian Thomas. First down, 18 yards. That was a beautiful outside throw. Never saw it again. He throws those good. Those out routes he's been throwing. He throws a dig well, but not when they're in cover. You can't throw it into coverage. So that's more on the QB. But I wouldn't have called it either. LeQuint gets a toss for 3 yards. Etienne for 5. Play action pass to Parker Washington. Great. 14 yards, first down. Quick toss to P. Wash for 4. P. Wash, quick throw, gets some yak. It's 5 yards. QB sneak, first down. First and go, called running back. Called quarterback run. Stuff, no gain. Second and go, throw to Parker Washington. Phenom. Come on. Great catch, but great throw. Way to go, Parker, running that route. That guy's trying to grab you. Like, get off me, bitch. Throw me the ball. Sink. Awesome. Nice throw, Trev. Really great throw. So we're up 17-13. Comes back. Third quarter. Late in the third quarter. Your quarterback in the offense comes back. And what do? 12:55 left in the fourth. Bills got the ball. No kick return. First and 10. Toss right to Cook. 6 yards. Second and 4. Play action. Josh Hines Allen incomplete. D-Ham with the pressure. Great. He had a great game yesterday. He did. Way to go, Devon. I don't know about best in the business, but you had a great year. Good for you. And thank you for your work, because it's hard in there. As a former middle linebacker, I appreciate a great nose tackle. Should make all the plays in the world. Let's see. Third and 4, easy throw to Kincaid. First down. Thrown down the middle to Knox. 24 yards. Wingard on the coverage. He bites on the little fake and is late. Incomplete pass to Gabe Davis. That's the hit Wingard brings. I wonder if he'll get fined for that one. I just hate someone getting hurt. Trust me, most guys would rather have the head injury than the knee. Sorry. Maybe not at 55, but although my knee hurts more than my head. And I hurt both of them. So maybe I take that back. Quick throw to Shakir for 4 yards. Third and 6. Yeah, that was a good challenge. And Liam called good challenges yesterday. Got to give him credit there. They get a QB sneak on 4th and inches, first down, then throw to Kincaid. It was a great call. Fake screen. They went to block, leaked him out, touchdown. They go back up 20-17. The offense is doing it, man. They're doing it. You got to. That's not complimentary football. It's not. It's your job to stop them. All right, so they're up 2017. What do? I'll tell you what we do. We go right down the field. First and 10, sails a throw out of bounds. I don't know what happened there, but that took off on him. Dump off to ETN for 14. ETN gets tackled for a loss. No, 2 yards, sorry. Left tackle for 2 yards. T-Law pass was tipped on a Bills blitz. 3rd and 8. T-Law scrambles. Defensive holding. 5-yard penalty. First down. T-Law hit as he throws. Incomplete to Patrick. It was uncatchable. Next, a wide open Parker Washington for 31 yards over the middle. Great. End around P. Wash for 5 yards. Fine. Off tackle left side, 4 yards. 3rd and 1. Wild card up the middle. Milam's in from a carry. ETN first down. Dump off to ETN. Great play by Trevor. Great toss. Nice loft. And then ETN does the rest, making a miss. Touchdown, Jags. Jags 24-20. Should have been 27-20. Should have been 30-20 if you don't miss the one field goal. But whatever. You're in the lead. In the fourth quarter. What do? Kickoff return to the 34-yard line. Quick throw to Shakir, 8 yards. Lloyd on the coverage. Cook up the middle. Stuffed. D-Ham. 3rd and 1. Tush push. They get it. 1st and 10. Wide open pass to Brandon Cooks. Miscommunication. Had the zone blitz called. Lloyd free to the quarterback. And Newsome stopped. He just stopped for a split second, and then it was too late. Wide open down the field. Wide open down the field. Hadn't seen that all year, or since the bye, or since Houston. Miscommunication at the wrong motherfucking time. I mean, the worst time you could have a breakdown. You hadn't had a breakdown since like Seattle, right? Or maybe the Colts. You haven't had that way back. You haven't had that. Dump off to Knox. There's 2:42 to go, 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Bubble screen to Shakir for 4. Bills are 7-13 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Quick throw to Shakir, 1 yard. 4th and 1. Tush Push. Called TD. Got overturned. They get the 1st and goal. Tush Push. Touchdown. I already talked about the Tush Push. I'll say it again. If you're going to push my offensive player forward and give him the yards, when I knock your offensive player back, give me the yards. It's simple. It's like you could fix college football. You could fix that. This ain't rugby, but whatever. It's allowed in the league, so what are you going to do? Bills go up again, 27-24. No timeouts left. Tootin only gets to the 22-yard line. Still, you got 1:01 to go with no timeouts. And you force a throw over the middle into coverage. Where are the out patterns to the sideline, that 10-yard, 7-yard? Nobody, if you throw it on the outside, which he was doing, nobody can cover that. You can even run the ball and then clock it. You go down the middle. First of all, you shouldn't have thrown it. He's covered. That's Trevor going backwards in that instance. Same with the pick. Same with the first pick. He regressed a little. Same with being late. He didn't cost us the game. He brought us back 3 fucking times. Sorry. It's true. I'm not sorry. It's true. He also made mistakes you can't make in the playoffs. And then it's over. It's over. I'll tell you, man. Like I said in the beginning of the show, like every playoff loss, now the ones that I wasn't in because I was on IR, I don't feel the sting as much, although I would have loved that extra playoff check if we could have kept going. But 96 AFC Championship game, we made too many mistakes and lost. 98 NFL divisional playoff run against the Jets, made too many mistakes and lost. You cannot make these mistakes and win. And I'm putting it on the defense. I'm sorry. You got to stop the opposing offense. I don't care who the quarterback is. You let them come back 3 times, even 4 times. Again, I won't count the 7-3 because it's early. You know what I mean? Coaching wasn't on point. They weren't on their A. That's the thing. They weren't on their A game yesterday. And in the playoffs, you got to be on your A game. There's hardly a team out there that is that talented to not be on their A game but still win. I don't think that was the case for the Rams, although they can't stop people in the pass game. I think the Bears, I forget who they play. I think the Bears get San Fran again. I don't know. We'll have to look at that. I'm not ready to get into that. You just can't make the mistakes. Can't do it. And, that's what happened. So, look, what do you do? What do you do? Well, we're going to go over the final team stats in just a minute. And then we'll get to what we're going to do. Okay? Because it'll sting forever. Just like you hear the Elway documentary. The loss to us in 99 or 96 still stings. No matter, even though they won 2 Super Bowls, it still stings. This one will sting. It'll sting for a long time. It'll sting to the coach, the coaches. It'll sting to everybody. Players, Trevor, defense, all of you. All of you. It'll sting. Let's do the final team stats brought to you, my friends, at Team Tommy Mac. Check them out at TommyMac.net. Carpetman Flooring, the highest quality flooring, lowest prices. Simple. Carpetmanflooring.biz. 2 great locations. Chris Rosario with Bail Bonds. He's also owner of Tradewinds Jacks in Murray Hill. Check out that bar. And if you get in trouble and thrown in the clink, they get you out in a blink. 904-822-2245. Morgan & Morgan for the people. No doubt, J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. JDog.com for all your needs. When you got to get rid of debris and junk, they're the ones. Azar Sausage, we had it last night. Phenomenal. The best in the biz. Code Ninjas, 6 location headed your way. A great technology school for your children. Get them a leg up in that world. CodeNinjas.com. Newmark Phoenix Realty Group. #1 in class, best in class, commercial real estate. They'll find the solution for you, no matter what it is, and no matter what sector we're talking about, because they cover them all, from office to industrial to development to investment sales. PhoenixRealty.net. Sportsmania Jax Beach, new to the team, but they are fantastic, and they were rocking all week and continue to rock, because guess what? You've got to get that. I'm still going to get a AFC Divisional Championship shirt. That's what I want. Small market. Yeah, we're going to make that alive. Get it at sportsmaniausa.com or check them out on 3rd Street in Jax Beach. Salt Air Inn and Suites for a great stay at the beach. Visit saltair.com. Boutique Hotel, great place. Freedom Finance for your fractional CFO needs. Get your business the financial advice and wherewithal. Go see my friend Courtney Myers. FreedomFinance.LLC. Coconut Joe's hot sauces, they're the best. That's what sometimes I don't even know we're in here. Boom. Coconut Joe's. Family Tradition Specialtyfoods.com. Rick O'Connor's Allstate Insurance. 3 great locations. 904-380-8494. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, and check them out at Tommy Mac down there. I love Tommy Mac. Team Tommy Mac. They're great. They're fantastic. All right. I added a picture to the studio. I just remembered. Let me see if I can get it. There she is. There's the new studio look. That's the Pro Bowler in the house right there. So just so you know, that picture of my wife is from inside the stadium. They just gave it back to her because they're not hanging them anymore with the new renovation. So all the Pro Bowl plaques came off the wall, and they gave them, at least to the cheerleaders, they gave them. So that's from the 1998 season being named to the Pro Bowl. Yes, she's the only Pro Bowler in the house, so she deserves the love. And she looks the absolute same. So God bless me. Thank you very much. But we will add her to the mix because she's a part of the. Listen, she loves the Jags just as much as we all do. She's a Jag fan through and through, no doubt about it. All right, let's get to the final team stats of the year, of the season. Listen, I'm going to be looking at playoff games. We're going to be talking about Jags. This show does not end. None of the shows do, so we'll keep it coming. By the way, Thursday, a couple of announcements. Thursday, we're at the Horse's Mouth is at Lynch's Irish Pub. Come on out. We've got a great event. We're helping Foodies Care, which help feed the hungry. It's going to be at Lynch's. I'm going to do the show. I got some friends coming. Come on out and hang out. It'll be a great time. And the Dad Bods. Listen, we're all upset about the season. The Dad Bods will make you feel good, make you feel happy. And we'll do that at Colhane's a week from this Friday. So the 23rd at Colhane's in Atlantic Beach. No doubt about it. All right. Thanks, Bump. I appreciate it. Kevin, I agree with you, man. It's a great year. Let's do the final team stats. So the season, Bills 27-24. Don't get me started. I'm going to get pissed off again because I am. Yards per carry, the Bills. Cook, the leader in the league of yards per carry and per game. Shut down. 3.1 yards per carry. Shut his ass down. Down to the ground. Buried. Forearm. You ain't going nowhere. They crushed the running game of the Bills yesterday. And then you look at us, 154 yards total at 6.7 per clip. That includes Tootin's 12.8. 12.8. And you go away from the run. That's going to bite you. Not taking the points and getting away from the run is going to bite you. But at the same time, your defense gives up 3 leads. Can't win like that. Can't win like that. All right, yards per attempt plus completion percentage. Trevor just under 7 at 6.9 at 60%. That's where he was all year. He's got to get better. That's one thing about Trevor he's got to get better at. A little more accurate. I loved his progression. I think he regressed a little bit yesterday. Might have got a little tight. Wasn't throwing the ball on time. Was a little late. Also made some great plays too. So can't. It's not his fault they lost. He brought him back 3 times. We need more accuracy next year. 3rd down. I already told you their YPA was 7.8 at 80%. 7.8 at 80%. I'll check that out, Dale. I don't know. I'll have to see real quick. I don't know how many total runs we had, but I will find out because that's a great question. I should have had it ready for us. Let's see. Third down. We were 5 of 9. They were um, they were 7 of 14. So we were good on offense, not good on defense. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Let's see how many runs they had. 23 runs as a team, but only 14 between Travis with 10 and Tootin with 4. 4 for Tootin. How do you not know that? That clip, how do you not give him the ball more? Both of them. Fourth down, they were 2 for 2. We were 0 of 1. Again, 4th and 2. I like the play call, but it's too risky regardless. You can't. The human element will screw things up every single time because we're human. We make mistakes or things happen. If he doesn't slip, Trevor makes the first down. Great call. But you didn't. Take the points. Put your bravado in your back pocket. Put your ego in your back pocket and take the points. Don't give me analytics. Sometimes the gut's better than analytics. Interceptions, 2 for us, 0 for them. 1 sack for each, 3 quarterback hits for both. We were -1 in turnover, I think, for the first time all year. On the negative, they were positive. We had 359 yards, they had 340. We both had 20 first downs. 2 penalties for us, 7 for them. We got better at that. Bills had 9 pass breakups. Jags had 0 per ESPN stats. So, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? It was fun. I had fun. I love football. And I love the Jags. Look, they're my team. I can be hard on them if I want. And I will because, I also commend them when they deserve it. And they deserve a lot of, praise. A lot of praise because they had a great year. Hey, listen, like I told Baselli via text, I'm very happy he's a part of it. Without him in the building, this season doesn't happen. It just doesn't. The Liam Cohen hire doesn't happen. Nobody else was looking at Liam, but Tony saw something in him. And then they grabbed James, who's on the same level. I could do without the football all the time, James, but whatever. You do what you got to do. The non-quarterback throwing the football or having a football, whatever. It's like a bat. I think he thinks he's Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men. I think, where's my bat? Where's my bat? I think better with my bat. Maybe that's it. But they did a great job. All of them. Liam Cohen did a great job. Campanile did a great job. Yeah, they faltered at the end, but so what? Overall, a fantastic job. So, and Bump, thanks for that best coverage of Jax. I appreciate all the support. I know not everybody loves my tone. I mean, too bad. It is what it is. Nobody wants this team to win more than me. I can't say I want them to win more than anybody else, but there is no fan out there, no media member, nobody that wants them to win more than me. I may say as much as me, but not more than me. There's no way. Because I know what it does. And look what this season did for our city, Jacksonville. Look what it did. It brought us tremendous joy. Sad that it's over. That was the last time the bank will look like that ever. Yeah, you're right, Bump. I said that last week. Mike Bumpus, my good friend from Boston College, my teammate, he writes that the Falcons hiring Matt Ryan is definitely a reflection of the success with Baselli. You're going to see more of it. You watch. No, it's a copycat league. Tony did a great job. I'm so happy he's there. He's a beast. He played like a beast, and he knows what it takes to build a tough, physical, competitive, gritty team. This team is. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't let this one game ruin your perception. Yeah, we wanted more, but they exceeded expectations. Nobody had them. Nobody had them. I don't give a shit what they say. Didn't have them at 13 wins. Come on. Come on. Yeah. T-Law's missing something there. He's He regressed a little bit, but he did have a good game too at the same time. I mean, he missed a couple throws. He let him down though. You know, he's got to get better. 60% completion percentage isn't good enough. Got to be at 65 or up at least. You know, maybe he'll get there. But he's our guy, so we're pulling for him. We'll see what happens with the assistants. Do any get called? I hope they don't. I want to keep this as is. Like Trevor said in his press conference, he handled it fine. He's really good. I like the way he handles himself in front of the media and the people. You know, he's just got to work on his game. They all do. But like he said, this team will never be the same because there'll be changes. And there will. We'll go through it, of course, throughout the offseason. The playoffs continue. Super Bowl, Combine right after that. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Oh, I'll always keep the passion, my friend, always, because I love this town. I love this city, and we're going to kick ass no matter what. No question about that. Okay, so this week, of course, Helmets and Heels, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. We should be moving into a full week once the Jaguar programming is over. I'm sure they'll have some closeout shows, or they should, I would imagine. We'll stay tuned for that. Jaguars today on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I love doing the show. Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony are always laughing our butts off, having a good time and talking ball. So it'll continue. I want to thank each and every one of you for all your support, all just watching the show, commenting good and bad. It's good banter. Keep up the passion yourselves. I mean, they brought it back for us. Think of all the positives this year. Back on the national map. Won 13 games in the first year of first, and we're right there at the end to advance in the playoffs. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but didn't, but something to build on for years to come. Big thanks to Team Tommy Mac. Happy birthday, Jason Miller from Morgan & Morgan. Hope it's a great day, my man. And just want to thank all of Team Tommy Mac. Check them out. You may not need them right now, but you'll need them. And when you do, they're all there for you. Check them out at TommyMac.net, of course, all over social media. Until next time, stay safe, be cool, and stay safe, and we'll cheers you with a cup of coffee, my last one of the day. And I wish you nothing but the best today. Have a great week, and I'll be back right here on Catching Up with Tommy Mac. Peace and love, everybody. Have a good one. Hey, Tom McManus here with the Catching Up with Tommy Mac podcast on the 1010XL podcast platform. Catch it on the 1010XL app. Catch it on 1010XL.com. You can also catch it on the 1010XL Jaguars channel on YouTube. Hey, man, it's always straight from the heart, straight from the gut, all ball, all Jags, all NFL coming your way each and every week, twice a week on Catching Up with Tommy Mac. We'll see you there.